What is up, guys? Welcome back again. I look different. This is a game you might not have seen before. But this game is like a Gorilla Tag fan game, and I usually just play Gorilla Tag fan games on here, but that's why you guys have to let me know what other games I should play. But this game is called Flying Squirrel Chase. I'm sure many of you might have heard of it, but if you didn't, this is a game where you are a squirrel. Let me just get to that. This is the player model, but as you can see, there are a bunch of different skins. I have the monkey and the lion, so those are the only ones I have. But as you can see, there is an in-game currency. Every day, it's a bit loud, but every day you get a 300 coins. This is the default color of the squirrel, I think. But if you want to change your color, there's also hats, because, there's hats. There is hats. I just don't have any. But yeah, you can change your color. I like green, but it's like randomized. The colors are randomized. You can't pick what color. You have to press the button, hope you get the color you want. One time I sat here for hours trying to get green, and it took like hours just for green to pop up. And sometimes when it did pop up, I would, on muscle memory, just skip it. And then I'm like, no, I just spent hours trying to get green, and then I just skipped it. But anyways, over here, you can see the, instructions. They haven't really updated this because it's the Quest 2 controllers, and also the old logo. You could either flap, kind of like a bird, to fly, because you can fly, by the way. It's called Flying Squirrel Chase, and then X button to glide. But I'm gonna go back to my monkey thing. Let's just get a color. I'm gonna try to get blue this time. Pretty quick. I mean, I didn't really care what shade. If you wanted like a dark blue, we'll try to get that. This could take hours. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's kind of purple. We could keep trying. I guess this could work. We're just gonna go with this, okay? Because I don't want to sit here for hours. But yeah, as when you come here, there's a bunch of different boxes with buttons. These are the maps. This is how you get to the maps. And we're gonna go from the earlier maps to the newest maps. And I think Lava Planet was the first map, because they added this one. As you can see, one might stand out. The ones with the crowns on them might stand out. I'll get to what that means later, but for me, this one stands out, because it's literally J-Man Curly's head. They added this, I think, when J-Man Curly played the game, because if you know about this game, I'm a bit late to it. And it's not that I'm late. I had this game for a while. I downloaded this game probably a few months, either months or years. It was the maximum, I think, was 1 year. I got this game the maximum 1 year after downloading Gorilla Tag, because once I heard about Gorilla Tag fan games, you bet I downloaded all of them, because I did. Once I heard about Gorilla Tag fan games, because I was already obsessed with Gorilla Tag. That's the only reason I got a VR headset. My cousin had a VR headset, and he had Gorilla Tag downloaded, and I played it one time, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. So then I got a VR headset. And once I found out about fan games, I downloaded a lot of them, including this one. So I did have this game for a long time. It's just, this channel's a bit new. I'm not a bit new. This channel is, though. So that's why. Okay, guys, we are in the J-Man Curly map, but you might notice something a bit different. Well, you probably didn't. If you did play this game, you already know this, but if you don't play this game, I'm just gonna show you right now. You can't fly in this map. You can't fly. So to get those, you do spawn in the air. So on your way down, because you can still boost. Look, you can still boost. So on your way down, you could get those heads, because those heads are grabbable. Look, these are grabbable too. You can throw them. You can even, there's big ones too. You could climb J-Man Curly. But let me just demonstrate something. If you go to the top, you can still boost. We could probably get to this one. Yeah, see, we can still boost, you just can't fly. So, some of the maps you can't fly in, but that's only some of them. Most of them you can, but some of them you cannot fly in. And up here, we just have structures. These aren't like, I don't think you can go in them. These sounds are kind of annoying me, but I don't think you can go in them. And then to get back, just go in your menu. This has a bunch of different things. Something too. This game is not dead, okay? Cause I'm in here and it looks like no one is in here. Cause that's true, no one is in here. I'm the only person in here. But that's not because this game is dead. What I've seen after, I got on after like 3 years, right? I'm surprised too. There's still people playing this, which I'm surprised about. But I'm in a private server. It doesn't show the code. I just kind of spam numbers, so I kind of forget what code I was in too, but there is a menu. So that's how I am in a private server. This game isn't dead. From what I've seen, this game is still like going, and yeah. So now we're just going to go to this map. I think this is one of the earlier maps. So I think this is, which is still really good. Like, this is really well made, even for a first map. And I don't even know if it is their first map. It might not be. I kind of forget what was their first map. I don't think I was playing that early on that I know their first map, but I know some of their earlier ones. And I kind of just got stuck in that UFO. You can fly in this one, as you're seeing me doing. There's a bunch of just lava monsters, volcanoes, UFO things. They don't really do anything. They're just kind of there. So, this map doesn't really have a purpose. If you just want to play in here with your friends, fly around, you can do that. Or just, like, talk to people in here. This map is pretty cool. And we're about to see some even cooler ones, but with that, there's not really anything special about this map, so we can just get going. This map actually has a portal, which I didn't see this last time I played. They could have just added this, but I don't know. It just brings you back to the lobby, so now Gas Planet. I think this is one of their earlier ones too, because this was here when I started playing. And they have boosters, and yes, you can also fly in this one, because you can fly, as I said, you can fly in most of them. It's just that J-Man Curly one, and then a few others, but we'll get to those. But yeah, you can fly. There is like a little robot, like, thing that kind of just flies around. This is underwater too, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not even sure. It's not flying, it's just swimming. Or whatever you want to call it, floating. So, oh no, I don't think you can grab onto it. I think you can grab onto it, it's just really hard to. But we're not gonna try to do that the whole video. So I'm just gonna tell you about this place. It kind of just has a little track. You can kind of, run through it. I went a little off track, but there's like a track, and you can see that these are kind of their earlier maps, because just like the lava one, I saw something kind of like this in the lava one too, because in this rock, there's like holes and stuff, so you can definitely tell that these are some of their earlier maps, but it's still really good. For like a starting, they probably made when you play the game, it says like Loud Shirt Games. Loud Shirt Games has probably made some games before this, because it seems like they know what they're doing. It's still kind of like like the rocks are a little bit elevated off the ground. Like you could just see there's a hole in that rock. So this might not be their most advanced, like, build, because there's a bunch of flaws with it, but still really good, and this game is still really good, even though, because, like, who cares about a couple holes in the rocks and stuff, but it's just really fun. Again, there's not really a point to this map. You can just sit here, fly around with your friends, Guys, this is Alien Planet. And this is one of my favorite maps because it's really like open and stuff. You can get outside the map. There was a hole somewhere. They might have patched it. Nope, still here. You can get outside the map. You can do this in a lot of different ways in this map. There are a lot of holes in this map. I don't know who this is, honestly. I think so. In my early days of playing this, a lot of people said that this was the creator of the game, and I don't know how true that is because I never actually looked into it, but I'm just gonna go with that. I'm just gonna say that's the creator. Someone let me know if I'm wrong. There are a bunch of balls. No, unless these, like, there are some objects that you can't grab because even though these are like the same material, you can't like grab these. So there are like a lot of like toy things in this map. There's like balls and stuff. There's like, I know the most popular item in this map is this. You are so lucky if you get one of these in a public server, or at least you were. When I was playing this game, these were the most popular items because it was like a sword fight thing. And I never really understood the hype. Physics in this game are really good, by the way. It feels really good to just hold stuff and throw it. But also, like, if you want to throw it, like, if you want to throw anything, by the way, if you just push a little too hard, you could go back. Like, that's a problem. If you push a little too hard on the air, you just go flying. But this map actually kind of has a purpose but they also have this parkour thing, which I don't think you would be able to actually jump. I think you have to grab and stuff, but of course you can also fly. You are a little too fast in this game, that's one thing. Like, I would like for me to be slower, because I easily just, like, missed that jump. But, yeah. I would like it better if they put this in a map where you couldn't fly, because with the flying it makes it a little, oh, there's a slide too, but with the flying it makes it a little too hard to actually beat the parkour course. But I like that this map does have flying though, because it's like really open and just fun to like fly around in. But with that being said, let's go to the other map. We're now in Ice Baby. This map is called Ice Baby, and this is one of the maps where you cannot fly in. There is a hole. We'll go to that later, but this is what I was saying. So I like this map because it also has a parkour course, but you can't fly. So you are a bit slower, which makes it actually possible to do the parkour course. And different like gaps. There's a very wide gap, a medium gap, and then a small gap. And then over here there's a parkour course. There's another parkour course over there, but there's challenging parkour course, and I didn't make the jump. I think you can grab on though. Can you? You can't even grab onto these ones. Okay, that is actually challenging because you can't grab onto that. But there are a couple. These can just make you like faster because, you know, you can, well, not faster, but taller. These just make you taller. These actually make me really slower. But, you know, they just make me taller and I can get around places. Like, I could probably climb hills faster with these. Or maybe not, because they're kind of really buggy. As you can tell, well, they're not buggy. It's just the physics are really well, because they collide too well, bro. The physics are really well made. Dry Planet. And this is also one of my favorite maps. You can fly in this map, so if you grab like two of those things, you can go really fast. There's also a spaceship, which doesn't really do anything. That's about it. You can also get outside the map. At least I thought you could. Maybe it's over here. Oh yeah, it's over here. over here you can get outside the map because you can go under here. This map just goes back to like nothing really to do and kind of just flying around. But I've explored some really great maps, but by far this one is my favorite map. And it's just like really cool because it really uses that flying mechanic. Because it's literally just like a Sky Island map. The map is literally called Sky Baby. And to get to these other islands, you have to fly to them. And this really like works on your flying and gliding because it is my favorite map. So because it's also just really well made. Like Shinzer's, like the theme is like great. The theme is great. They stuck with the theme really well. It's kind of like a fall like sky map. Like it looks like it's like Halloween and stuff, but it's also like a Sky Island map. And there's also these like monster things, which are really cool. They don't have colliders, but Also, I did find something out in this map. There are two like kind of hidden places you can go. One hidden place is down here. Go in here or played hide and seek. But I would also go like back here. And then I would go like here. And it's just like I was the greatest champion of all time in hide and seek. To the next map. Underneath, and this kind of reminds me of the dry planet, or I think that's what it was called. I kind of forget. But that one we went to kind of at the start. This is one of my least favorite maps though, because it's kind of boring, repetitive, and there's not really a point to it. Like, it still is very good, but there are a lot of better maps.
Talk. Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Monkey. I'm glitching. Bro,
There's people in here. Cause now I'm in a public lobby, and
how do I play this?
It's just capture the crown. So this game is just capture the crown, and like you try to get the crown from other people.
I just play Stadium, honestly.
If you fall though, you do lose the crown. Oh my gosh! No way! I just did that. And yeah, you can like do parkour on these. Yeah, I know. Stadium is good. Oh my, no! Alright guys, so, as you can see, I just went in there, and there was like, I went to a public lobby for that, because now, that was the reason that these two have crowns, because these are like capture the crown maps. So, what it is they're just maps, but as you can see, there's a timer. I forget how much time it gives you, but when you start the game, the timer will start, and then a crown will appear right here, and then people race to get the crown, and then when someone gets the crown, they can like, come on here. And this map is called the Stadium. The other was just called King of the Hill, and that one is harder. If you want an easier like gameplay, then this one is good because you can actually grab onto the structure this time. On the other one, you couldn't really grab. At least I couldn't. I was having trouble grabbing. If you could grab, I was kind of having trouble with it, so I kind of just assumed that you couldn't. But this one, you can grab very easily. And when someone falls, the crown will appear like up there just floating, and then you would all race to get the crown. And when the game ends, whoever wins is the person who had the crown the longest, and that will show up right here. So right here it will say like who won, because it depends on who has the crown the longest. And in this map, in the one we just played, that other one was in a public lobby because I just wanted to kind of show you the gameplay. But these lobbies, this one and the other map, you can't fly, obviously, because that would kind of be really easy. So you have to kind of rely on your jumping skills and your running skills. And for that other one, you kind of need to be good at parkour, because there's a lot of parkour obstacles and stuff. Okay, now for Fantasyland, this is their newest map, by the way. So, guys, this is their latest map, and as you can see, they really developed like their skills at building. I mean, just look at it. Sure, there is like this green stuff is kind of clipping. It's kind of like bugging out, but they still did really, really good. I mean, just look at it. Because this kind of reminds me of my favorite map, Sky Sky Baby. But as you can see, it is really well built. And it kind of reminds me of Sky Sky Baby and the J-Man Curly map, because there are like the floating islands, but there's also like bridges and structures and stuff that you can go on. Underground thing right here. And it kind of just looks like an abandoned like temple. And I just learned about this map today. All the other maps I was like familiar with, but this one I like just figured out. But we're not done yet. There's a button and it says 0G, and it's the same button that you press to go to the other maps. So I think you can see what's happening here, right? Let's just... It is quite literally just a zero gravity map. It has like a disco ball. And yeah, you can like grab these and fly too. It really is just like a hidden map thing. That is gonna be all for today's video. I showed you guys all the maps, including that secret one. If you guys enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more just of like flying squirrel chase, I don't really know, like maybe you want to see me go into a public lobby, like maybe you want to see me play more of King of the Hill, but maybe you want me to play it in the stadium map, since I didn't really show you the stadium in a public lobby.